Hi, I'm Scott.
And I'm Amy.
And we are
the Road Roamers.
All right, so in this episode, we have something extremely exciting we want to share with you. We actually took a trip out to Indiana, and as most of you know, if you're into RVing, you know what goes on in Indiana. There's factories out there. So we're going to go over something really exciting, a brand new product from
Alliance RV.
Yes, Alliance
and
RV.
This is a real-time one. We're going to insert this in. We're still working on our first season, but we're going to put this out. I mean, we just got back yesterday.
Yes.
So very exciting, and we can't wait to share it with you.
All right, we'll be right back. Okay, we're back. So, yeah, as Amy was saying, this is a brand new product from Alliance. It's called the Avenue, and we took a trip out there, and because we're considering getting out of the tow behind our Grand Design, and we're looking at our options.
We are. So we've actually been looking for a little bit now. We love Grand Design, so I picked my top 3 Grand Design fifth wheels, and we looked at those, and we will share those shortly as well. We also looked at some other things. I don't know that we filmed anything because we always go back to certain standards that we like, and Grand Design definitely does that. But then we found out from someone who owns an Alliance Paradigm,
Yes.
which was their original fifth wheel, luxury fifth wheel that they created,
Right.
Produced. And we were talking to someone, and they said, hey, they have a new, mid profile fifth wheel coming out. And I said, what?
Yeah.
So knowing that Paradigm was also a very good product, we wanted to find out more. So I emailed them. They got back to me as soon as I saw the fifth wheel. I was in love.
That's right.
And you will see why. So we're still considering our options. We haven't made up our mind completely yet, but we wanted to take this time to show you this product because it literally is starting production today, the day we are filming this part of it.
So Grand Design has a line that lines up with this Avenue called the Reflection, and we've been looking at the Reflection as well, a few different models in that as well.
Yep. And so you'll get to see that one as well. But
right, there's a 337 RLS,
the 320 MK.
320
I can't
MK.
remember all the numbers. The
Yeah.
340 already.
Anyway,
something
it's the
like
same. So the Avenue from Alliance basically lines up with that product, and so we want to go out to the factory. We want to compare. We want to see how they do things out there.
And see what the differences are. On paper, things look good, but you really need to see it. And guess what? They will not be in the dealerships before mid to late August.
Right.
So there's no way we could just see it without going to the factory. So we said, let's go.
So what we have for you in this video is a tour of the factory and a look at prototype 2 of the Avenue. So it's exciting. I know a lot of people out there have started to hear about this product through some of the YouTubers that are out there, and we are extremely excited about this product just by looking at brochures and stuff that they sent us from the factory. So yeah, extremely excited about it, and we're looking forward to actually showing it to you. So here we go.
saw that. Yep.
Thank you.
No problem. Yeah, so we can walk this way. We're gonna go to plant 2. And we'll be able to kind of see everything that we're doing here so far.
It's like the PDI section.
Yeah, so currently with the supply chain, it can be pretty difficult. Yeah, so we're not getting all of our parts in time. So we're having to do installations later on. In this case, it's a front cap. It can be the simplest of things. A countertop or a water heater. It's just the times right now. And we're doing our best to kind of manage through it, and that's all you can do. That's all you can do. So you just kind of go with the flow and just put a smile on your face.
Right? I mean.
Yep.
And what's your name?
My name is Scout.
Scout.
So
you're a Scout.
Emailing.
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, so I'm Scout. I'm part of our sales team here. So kind of give you an overview of all of this space that we have. 2 years ago in 2019, when we were starting this company, we built all this land. This is about 120 acres of space. This was previously all cornfields. So it's really changed in a matter of 2 years. So this is plant 1. This is where we started building paradigms in 2019. This is about 110,000 square feet of space. So this is where we moved our Valor toy hauler in a select amount of paradigm floor plans. And then we moved our paradigm over to plant 2. So all the remaining paradigm floor plans are in plant 2. Makes it a little bit easier when they have their own dedicated space, just with parts and different things. And then you see behind us, kind of deep back there, that's our brand new lamination center.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So if you follow our Facebook page, we consistently kind of share updates with our customers on what we're doing here. It's the Alliance RV Group. That's where it really all started. We're a company of industry veterans coming together that just wanted to do it a little bit different. Know that there was a little bit more room to really focus on the customers at hand. We're not the experts at the end of the day. We're not the ones living in these, camping in these weekend after weekend. So why not reach out to a customer base and just truly listen? What should be implemented in this product? So I think we just kind of took a different approach, and kind of also another approach is just the customer service aspect. These companies are pretty large in this industry, so we're trying to stay small, nimble, focus on the customer, doing the right thing, taking care of them. If it's sending parts directly to them, having a mobile tech come directly to their campsite and fix their coach with any warranty items, having them come back to Alliance if it's something that needs to be fixed. We're very flexible. We really just want you guys camping at the end of the day. So I think those two things kind of hand in hand, delivering a product people have been asking for, and customer service, which is super important. You're going down these crazy roads and things break, things happen. We're all using the same parts as any other manufacturer. But I think just how you get treated and how these issues get resolved is important, especially if you're living in it. So
what year did you build your second building?
Yeah, so we moved in here in January of this year.
Oh wow, so it's new.
New. Yeah, and then our lamination plant, we moved in there after the 4th of July.
So not that 2019 was that long ago.
Yes, I know, exactly. So our lamination plant prior to this was 20,000 square feet. This new building is 130,000 square feet. So we're really building for just kind of the growth of our company. And we started with Paradigm, which is our luxury profile fifth wheel. Got into the Valor toy hauler, which is our luxury toy hauler. We're introducing the mid-profile fifth wheel, which is the Avenue.
Nice.
And then by next fall, we're going to have a travel trailer added to our lineup.
Oh, wow.
So we're going to be a full line manufacturer, but starting at the top. When you're building something of this size, there's a lot that goes into it, but that's really how you can hone in on the quality aspect. Rather than building a ton of them at one time, we're focused on building a few of the top kind of quality unit.
Right.
So there's a lot of complexity. So
That's
really
awesome.
just kind of focused on the quality.
Great.
There is. Yeah, but the problem is that it's hard to run it back all the way through our production line.
Yeah.
There's about 30 steps and they're actually manually
I say not when it's already out here.
I know when it's out here it makes it tougher.
Gotta do
But
what you-
in any other manufacturing space, you'll see that's how it's done every single time. Where we have that windshield machine, we'll be able to see that puts it directly up there.
Nice.
Is this the new crew? We got some screw guns and
Yep,
some tape
yep.
measures.
I'm giving them
I'll go for it. Let's go.
we'll do it.
training. This is
Built our house. I think we can help out.
this is Bill Martin. So if you guys follow our Facebook
That's
page,
Bill. Hey, how you doing?
part
Yes,
of
that's
our-
why he looks familiar.
Yes.
customer experience team, he's the VP of customer experience. So he's very interactive with our customers and making sure that you guys are taken care of. So
We learned lots of little cool things,
Yes,
just kind
I'm
of listening
sure.
to the customers along the way.
Oh
Putting
man.
the Paradigm made its way down to Avenue just for, it's still
Yeah.
a wide body and some of those things
Yes.
you won't see.
I mean,
So many things.
Asdell, enhanced running gear.
Asdell.
No carpet.
No
I
carpet.
was telling him, I was like,
Yeah.
the stuff that I didn't like.
Vents, no vents in the floors,
Exactly.
and you know.
Water
just
shutoff valves.
Well, you know what's
Water
funny? When we
shutoff
first
valves. That's
designed the
awesome.
Paradigm,
Yes.
the,
Yes.
The end tables next to the couch that flip up. I was actually on the Imagine Owners page, and a Grand Line customer, had put a posting, check out what I do with my end tables. And they made them flip up. I went running to our tent like, why aren't we doing this? And this was just something a customer had done, and we just saw it. And we're like, shoot,
Yes.
that's just wasted space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
Where ideas come from, huh?
We had an idea on the island
Yeah.
to build a little table that pops up like this, so you can put chairs at it, so you can have like a little bar.
Oh yeah.
We do have that on the Valors.
That's
You
on our
do
toy
that?
haulers.
That is on your toy hauler.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So we have flip-up counter extensions on our
We're
toy
gonna do
haulers.
that 'cause
That's
we're gonna
awesome.
lose the dinette for a custom desk.
Yeah, we're gonna take
Oh,
the dinette
nice.
out for a desk.
Oh, cool.
Talk to me. We'll work with you. We'll get you some flip-up brackets. You get your own countertop, but
Perfect.
that's all it is. You might want to reinforce. It's a hardwood front fascia, so you might just want to reinforce it a little bit.
Right.
Yeah, that's okay. As long as you can get the
Require a ton of
brackets,
carpentry.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
that'd be great.
Yeah, we got little metal brackets that just snap up into place and then
Perfect.
bounce.
Awesome. Yeah,
Awesome. Yeah.
that's the only thing we wanted to do. I said everything else is perfect.
Yep. Yep.
All right, cool.
Make it your own.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's awesome.
Definitely.
We can go this way.
Yes.
Thanks a lot.
Shut it
Bill.
up. Thanks, Bill. Yeah, so we have 120 acres of space here. We're already building our third production facility for our Avenue product line. So that mid-profile fifth wheel, that will be finished in October, November timeframe. So we're walking into our pre-delivery inspection bay.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
So this is where we do that 300-point
final
white glove
inspection.
inspection just prior to delivery.
All right, cool.
Getting it ready for the customers and our dealer partners.
That's a super important step right there,
It is.
I believe.
Yes. We want to make sure, actually, we'll have two kind of pre-delivery inspections, one on the production line.
Right.
And we have 6 quality control members from start to finish. Then we'll have another one here where we're testing a lot of the systems, air conditioners, furnace, water tests. So a lot of different things are kind of happening in this,
Right.
this bay.
Excellent. Yeah, full-time RVing.
Yes, full-time RVing. And that's what we'll do on all of our product lines. So it's going to be warranty
All
full-time.
warranty full-time. Nice. Yeah.
I can't just find out by that fucking plate, dude. It just, look, it's just bringing the whole thing up on an angle. Sorry.
You're good.
Sorry for what?
How you guys?
Well, don't be sorry. You're doing your job.
But we're testing all the water connections, all the faucets, showers, making sure everything works properly. Then we'll do it again in our pre-delivery inspection bay.
How do you get to that valve? It looks like
Yep, so it's on the back side.
Yeah.
So it's on this side. There's a little valve.
pull thing?
Yep, a pull valve.
Yep.
I wasn't sure.
So these are all of units that are completed that are just missing a few components. Like I mentioned, it's that kind of the nature of it. But we get a quicker turnaround time, and for any retail orders, like yourselves, we always prioritize that. Getting any parts, we'll put those in first. So they're ending their day now. It's kind of getting to the end of the day. They start at 6 a.m. and near, I'd say 2:30. Just depends on what they're building and
Okay.
kind of that current state of the day. But they're listening to music, they're smiling, they're having fun. That's typically not allowed at other manufacturers.
Yeah, right.
But then we also pay them well.
Yeah.
If you want good employees.
America needs to learn that.
Yep.
And you offer them lunch, you said, too?
Yeah, yes, we have luncheons. Our
Wow.
owners, cater in barbecue, mac and
Nice.
cheese, pizza.
Man, that's awesome.
We've done a lot of kind of luncheons with our team, and they get on the mic and get everyone pumped up and let them know how great of a job everyone's doing.
That's awesome.
2 weeks ago, our owner of our company, Coley Brady, actually, we all got dilly bars and we were handing them out to everyone on our production team. There's 150 members out there and it's a hot day, and we're making sure that everyone's taken care of. And a lot of our team know our entire production staff by name, know their families. We hang out with them. We have a softball team,
awesome.
poker nights. I think that's kind of what changes it, is the family atmosphere. They're not just another number here.
Exactly.
They truly matter. They're bringing ideas to the table, trying to build a better product day in and day out.
Yeah.
So I think that's kind of where it differentiates ourselves from everyone kind of on the market. Yeah, we truly care. No one's coming here and with a negative attitude and wants to build a bad product.
That's right, exactly.
But we can walk around this corner just to give you an idea of plant 3. You'll be able to kind of see a glimpse of it.
All right. There's your frames. Now, are the frames built in-house?
No.
No.
So those are supplied by Lippert Components.
Lippert, okay. Lippert builds the frames.
Yep. So we actually worked with Lippert hand in hand with our engineering team, and I'll be able to speak on it.
Okay.
But we designed those chassis with Lippert.
Okay.
They're specialized for Alliance.
Fantastic.
I see.
But then you can see plant 3 behind us. So this will be up, in October.
Wow.
So we're super excited to have another product line. If you guys came back in a few years, you might see 5 or 6 buildings up. Maybe in the talks of maybe having a campground here for our owners to stay at. We have these dedicated bays, door 32 and 33, that are for any warranty work. That's our service bay as of right now. We might even have a service center down the way. So there's plenty of opportunity with the space that we have. This is really beachfront property when it comes to Elkhart County. We're 2 miles south of the RV Hall of Fame, kind of honed in the center. We're between Lippert, who supplies our frames, Moride, who does a lot of the running gear. We're kind of in the center of everything with suppliers, and so
That's awesome.
this is an awesome area to.
Is that the Avenue factory?
That's Avenue.
That's the Avenue factory.
Yeah, so with the Avenue, we are launching it next week.
You are?
So
What's so special about it?
it's our new mid-profile fifth wheel. So
Right.
it's just adding another product to the segment. It's about $30,000 cheaper than the Paradigm series. It's more affordable for more people, and also it's a little bit lighter, so people don't need a larger truck. You don't need a dually to carry it. So it's going to be similar to a Keystone Cougar or a Grand Design Reflection in that size and
Exactly.
range.
Is it rated for full time?
It is.
Yes.
Yep. So we're rating all of our products for full-time RV use. Mm-hmm.
Same floor plans, basically. Is
A
a little bit different.
little bit different. So our first three will be, one of them is going to be very similar to the 310 RL, and then we'll have that same layout, but in a north-south bed. So it'll be 2 feet shorter, so 35 feet, 33 feet. Then we'll have our 36 BRM, so it's going to be a bunk room in the back, where it's going to be queen over queen with a half bath, and then a king bed up front. So anywhere ranging from, I would say, 33 feet to 39 feet. And then we'll have kind of a luxury light edition, where it's going to be 28 to 32 feet, kind of in that range, a little bit lighter than the Avenue itself. And then we'll have our travel trailers by next fall. So a lot of exciting things, and we'll continue adding more Paradigm floor plans, Valor floor plans. But I think we're just in a fortunate position with just how many people are excited about, the Alliance. We really have kind of a family feel. If you're part of our Facebook page, or you see an Alliance in a campground, a lot of people rant and rave. It's kind of like a Harley Davidson club.
Yeah.
That's how we heard about the mid profiles. Talking to a couple at one of the places we were at in Florida, and they had a Paradigm. I'm like, why don't you look at Paradigm? I said, I don't want anything that heavy.
Yep.
I said, I want more like this. They're like, oh. They said, this is
exactly. They're our biggest brand ambassadors, our owners, and that's the best marketing, is when you're hearing it from people who truly own the product, see how we're treating them, see how quick we are to respond. So if we continue doing that, I think we're going to be in a good position for the future.
And Bill, the one we met, is a big part of that response.
Bill is, yes. So he came from Grand Design. You know, we have people coming from Grand Design, Keystone, Heartland,
Yes.
Jayco, all these different manufacturers that just people want to do it a little bit different. You know, they're kind of tired of that corporate lifestyle. It takes so many steps to get to these processes. Not focused on the end consumer as much. They're more focused on Wall Street.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
just taking a different approach.
That's nice.
But we're all excited to be here. It's been fun. It's a growing company, a lot of opportunity for our workers for advancement, and I think it's been a good time so far. But we can go inside and kind of just see how everything. We're getting all of our frames prepped from Lippert Components. They supply a lot of components in RVs. You know, hydraulic jacks, slide mechanisms, furniture, windows, doors. But all of these chassis are actually designed for us. So the road you guys came in on, it was called Benchmark Drive. That's called the Benchmark chassis. So we actually named and paved the road after our chassis design. And that was a secondary name that Alliance could have been called, is Benchmark.
Oh,
so
okay.
setting that benchmark in the industry, and then Paradigm's kind of a shifted way of thinking, kind of mixing it up. Yeah, so they're all coming in on trailers. You know, this first step in chassis prep, they're going to be installing all the water tanks. And then once we get inside, we'll actually rotate the entire frame and flip it upside down so they can install all of the running gear of that tires, axles. They're really working on top of the unit, make it a lot easier. But things that we're doing a little bit different just with our frame is it's going to be a drop frame chassis. So this one's a little bit different with the floor plan.
Yeah.
But it's a drop frame chassis. You're getting 35% more storage space just with the chassis design. We're also doing a 10-inch I-beam with a 2-inch torsion tube. And the thought process behind this is this torsion tube actually dissipates a lot of the pressure along the axles.
Right.
So instead of putting it directly to the I-frame, it's relieving it all the way across. Then also in the front upper deck, we've extended the box steel up front, where it actually, you have a space saver upper front deck. This is our Avenue, right here.
I was gonna say.
That's what I was like, this is
I thought
different.
this really looked
Yeah,
like.
so this is
what would
the
be an
actual,
Avenue.
the Avenue prototype.
Oh,
We're gonna be
wow.
prototyping, well, this might be the prototype, or this might be a 32 RLS that we're building tomorrow. I think it's the 32 RLS.
No kidding.
Yeah, so I was wondering why this looks a little different. So this is the Avenue. So it's actually going to be kind of the same dimensions like we mentioned, 101 inches wide. It's going to be a foot shorter than the Paradigm, 12 feet 3 inches tall. And then this floor plan will be 10,300 pounds dry, around there.
Yep.
But we'll go inside. Yeah, so this is where I mentioned the frame flipper. So this actually connects right to the pin box itself and auto rotates the frame on a remote system. You know, flip it upside down, they have direct access to kind of the entire guts of the unit. These first steps
I see.
will be running gear, wiring, the water tanks, and then we'll get into plumbing and then the underbelly.
Speaking of water tank, is there any of these sensors are just standard sensors? I mean, that has driven me crazy.
Yep. So
I'm surprised you haven't done a little better on those.
Yep, and we have looked into it. I just think currently with the supply chain, it's hard to get that many of those.
Probably.
Yep, and then I don't think they're directly in Elkhart. So I think it is something that we are looking into. But we do it a little bit different on where we place our sprayer. So there's going to be a sprayer in your tank, and typically they're placed in the middle, and the sensor is going to be on the left side. We're putting it directly over the sensors,
Oh,
so it
that's
sprays
nice.
down, and it will wipe anything off the sensors itself.
Oh, that's fantastic. Yeah.
And it's hard with those sensors because if you have any debris or anything stuck to them,
Anything.
yep, you just have to flush them out consistently, and
And
there's
even then, it's marginal.
it is, yeah.
Damn.
So we are trying to kind of differentiate ourselves in that sense of how we install it. Maybe there is something that we look into later on if it could be supplied to us in that amount.
Yeah.
That's affordable as well, because that's when you're constructing these products, you're always thinking about weight,
Yes.
quality,
Yes.
if we can get enough of them here,
Yeah.
and price, because everything's kind of sensitive in that fashion.
Yeah.
So we'll walk through here. this is the drop frame that I was mentioning. So the Avenue product line won't have a drop frame, just with weight.
Okay.
This adds a little bit additional weight, so it's just kind of a different design. But this is where you're getting that storage height.
Yep.
Also in the, right here in these outriggers, you're able to put 40-pound LP tanks on our Paradigm series. Yeah, just we've increased that storage height in there. Yes, we have the largest tank sizes in the industry, 98 gallons of fresh water,
Wow.
106 black, and 106 gray. The 106 black is the NA floor plan with a half bath, except the 385. And we'll have one 53-gallon tank for like 390 MP.
What's this device in the center?
This in the center, this is for the slide mechanisms. The control. It's electrical. Yep, so on the main slides we'll have hydraulically driven slides. In the bedroom slide, it's going to be Schwintek electric. These hydraulic slides are heavier duty items like furniture, appliances, different things of that nature. This unit's going to have all of our Paradigm series and Valors have the 6-point hydraulic auto level as well. So easy touch of a button and it will automatically level itself out once you unhitch from your truck.
Sir, how are your tanks supported?
Yep. Yes, we have, we're the only manufacturer to do this. There's a steel cage underneath our fresh water tank. Typically, any other manufacturer will just have steel straps going across. So we do a full entire steel cage. So you can carry water, no issues at all. You know, the problem is most manufacturers didn't reinforce this properly. Water's 8 pounds per gallon. And if you have 98 gallons, that's close to 800 pounds of water that's sloshing through. It's a lot of weight, and then it just drops. So we wanted to do it right and then properly reinforce it with a steel cage. And then underneath our gray and black will be the steel straps. And then they're molded into our frame.
So gray and black have the straps?
Yeah, so they're going to be over top, then it's molded into our frame itself. Yep. Feedback, listening to owners was the running gear itself. This is where you see a lot of failures. Underrated tires. The China bomb tire blowouts, that's a big issue. These are the largest G-rated tires you can purchase. They're rated for 4,400 pounds, where any other manufacturer will be 4,080 pounds. So 320 pounds per tire extra. We do this V-bracket that's welded into our frame.
That's right.
You see that as a common failure when you're going those tight cam spots. You have a lot of weight directly on your I-frame itself, and that will bend and snap off. So you're getting 2 additional welding points on this V-bracket. We have heavier duty leaf spring kit. On the back, these are 4,000 pound leaf spring kits. Most are using 3,000 or 3,500 pound sets. So giving you that extra capacity there. Those aren't going to bend over time and flatten. Then we're giving you the 1/2 inch wet bolt and shackle kit, steel plate instead of the 1/4 inch plastic. And then the CRE 3000 and Dexter 7,000 pound axles. So every little component that we do in our running gear, we've enhanced. This is one of the most important parts of the entire fifth wheel. You can have the glitz and the glam in the inside, but what truly matters is the foundation it's built on. You're getting these heavy duty refrigerators, ovens, TVs, everything comes with weight. But you don't want to be stuck and stranded on the side of the road. So I think this is a very important part. This is actually using the same slide outs as our Paradigm. Okay. Yeah, so 101 inches wide. It's a very similar chassis. You're not getting the drop frame, but everything else is spec'd out the same. About the same GBWR. We'll have 2 ACs instead of 3. A little bit smaller appliances, but that all comes with weight. You have to cut it somewhere. And the running gear will be a little bit less than these G-rated tires just because they're not needed.
Not necessary.
Yep, at that size. So I think with all of our product lines, and we're really trying to transfer everything across. If it's our Paradigm, into our Valor, into our Avenue. Those are the things people are asking for, those flat floor slides, removing all of the carpet, removing in-floor heat vents, a better HVAC system. So I think we're really focused on those things that people are asking for, and we're going to transpire that into all product lines.
As far as the plumbing, you said that there was shut-off valves, right?
Yes, correct.
One thing I didn't know, what I was wondering about is a lot of times, like when someone's in the shower, you hit the water. I was wondering if they decided to come up with what's called manifolds for plumbing, and that basically eliminates when someone turns on the water. that's something to think about maybe if they haven't
Okay.
done that. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
called manifolds. A lot of houses, like our house,
Yeah.
is built with the PEX,
Yep.
but we put a manifold in so when someone hits the water, it doesn't change the temperature.
Huh. Yeah, we'll have to look into that. To see if it's viable. And
Yeah, because you have to run a separate hose for each
yeah,
individual.
I think I've seen that on some pretty high-end fifth wheels.
Okay, yeah.
I think Redwood
All right.
does it.
Yeah.
Some other manufacturers do the manifold system.
Yep. Okay.
But that's something to look into. That's good feedback.
If they would just do it to the shower.
Yeah.
It's like when you're in the shower and they're running water, it's like, hello, I'm here. You know?
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
And with our we use the 12-gallon gas electric water heater. In the Avenue, it's going to be the 6-gallon, so it's a little
It is,
different.
okay.
But in the Paradigm, in Valor, since they're those larger units, we don't have a lot of customers who run into issues having hot showers. You could have 4 or 5 hot showers in a row.
That's
No
awesome.
issue.
I'm surprised that you haven't put in any of the on-demand systems.
On-demand.
On-demand hot water, yeah.
Yeah, we decided that we didn't want to do that early on, just because there's a learning curve behind it. For a lot of new people into this industry, you have to kind of learn how to navigate and use those. And a lot of people are boondocking as well, and you could waste a lot of water with the on-demand water system. And for just repairability, you're going to any RV shop, they're going to be able to support the gas to electric style rather than the on-demand water system. So kind of everything hand in hand. It just made more sense to go with the route we did.
Yep.
Trying to outweigh the pros and cons. There's so many different choices we can select. We're trying to dedicate it to an entire market.
Right.
But we have to kind of walk through and talk through the process to see what makes most sense.
Is that the wood used on the floor?
It is. Yep. So it's 5/8 OSB. It's a marine grade decking. It's called True Board. But it's one sheet all the way across.
Oh, wow.
Any
5/8
other
OSB.
manufacturer, you're going to typically see it's going to be several sheets. So it's going to be one solid piece. It'll be 5/8 OSB. We'll also do aluminum framing. I don't see it here. We'll probably bring it in tomorrow, but it's going to consist of aluminum framing within here. 2 layers of fiberglass batt insulation. Then we do a radiant foil barrier, similar to what we use on our roof in there for extra insulation purposes. Then we wrap it with this Darko material. So this Darko material really keeps any sort of moisture out from the floor. So you're not going to get molding or rotting in the floor. Then you also notice that we've eliminated all the carpet. And this is Congolian flooring. Better for past kids, easy cleanup. And for a manufacturing process, it makes it more difficult because you really can't hide all of the mistakes under it. So that's why a lot of manufacturers like carpet. Because you can hide any sort of screws or anything underneath, but you have to be really careful when installing this. Then once we get the floor set, we'll move back here into this step. So there's about 30 steps from start to finish. There's about 10 different groups. So there will be chassis, flooring, we'll get into base setting, wall set, plumbing, roofing. Each group has about 10 to 15 members depending on the group. So each unit is actually manually pushed from that first station all the way down until it's a completed unit. They're all on these steel fabricated carts with rollers. Yep, so it's like an assembly line. Like Henry Ford, it's a pretty simple process. Each group has those specific things that they're doing. Each employee is doing that same thing day in and day out. But what we're also doing is to improve our quality is building everything in batch runs. So we're trying to do anywhere from 10 to 15 of the same floor plan in a row to build that consistency. There's a lot of tips and tricks and different things for each floor plan that we build. So anything we can do to make their jobs easier, we're going to do so. And that includes all of the options. Everything will be grouped together strategically.
Yeah, it's
So
amazing.
you get an actual construction layout plan with blueprints.
Yeah, it depends what you're looking for. We can try and accommodate.
And the issue is, like, you always got to put in books, and you never know where the studs or the metal frames
we can send those
are.
to you.
That's the reason for it.
Yep. Yeah, we can send. We have schematics of our walls that we can send to you. And you'll notice if you ask that question to any other RV manufacturer, you're not going to get it. We're a pretty open book here, and anything we can do to make it a little bit easier, We can't send you the entire diagram of how to build a 370 FE, but we can send you walls or tank layouts or
That's awesome.
those minor things just to help you out.
That's a great help.
This is a 390 MP right here.
Okay, that's, yeah.
Yep.
Sure.
I actually was wondering if that was up.
Yeah.
So this is like the bunkhouse slash office or multi-purpose room
Now,
Yep.
see, I want
with a loft.
like the curve thing.
Yeah.
I already know I need to put hooks in.
There you go. You can see the studs right here.
Pretty tough.
Get picture of the studs, Ron.
Yeah, right.
There we go.
There's the vent in the.
As many.
So the vent comes up through the floor.
Yes, we're actually building everything in our cabinet shop. So you see all the, once the floor is set, we're gonna be building the island. In this case, it will be the multi-purpose room, the bathroom, the closet layout. Everything's being constructed here. Each member in our cabinet shop has that specific job. You know, like I mentioned, if it is building the kitchen island, the bed base,
Yeah.
you know, that consistency, they know what to build and they have those blueprints to do it. So there are multiple days ahead of us on both sides of the assembly line, just so it's an easier process. Once they're pushing down and it gets to that next station, we don't want to be waiting for any sort of product.
So are you closed one day or is it always open?
Yeah, so we work
Every day.
Yeah, they work from 6 to around 2:30, like I mentioned.
There's nobody
5
here right
days a
now.
week.
Yeah, 5
Yep.
days a week. Oh,
Yep.
5 days a week.
Yep, 5 days a week, and then one shift. That's it.
And the weekends off.
Yep, weekends off.
That's like unheard of.
Yeah. Most
unheard
manufacturers
of.
in this space, they have them work at 4 a.m.
Oh man.
But we want to give them 2 extra hours of sleep. You can't do your best work without your first cup of coffee.
Jeez.
I tried that at UPS once.
We don't, no. Man, that would be a dream.
There you go. You tell them now.
Right?
Build it in, and Duncan's can
Are you
run it.
volunteering
them
to
to
come
work.
help with the
No.
kids?
Absolutely not.
We'll give them a screw gun. But everyone on our production line, I mean, they're working hard. They're hard workers. And we have to hit those quotas for our
Yeah.
dealers and our customers. If they want to end a 10 to 12 week timeline, we have those build dates set out accordingly. So they know what work needs to be done, and if they complete the job a little bit earlier, they can leave, you know, early depending on, you know, the day.
That's awesome.
Then they assemble all of the parts prior to. So the night before, they'll have everything already staged and lined up for the next step.
Right. Okay.
That's smart.
Yep. Yeah, so you'll notice kind of in this step, this is going to be our
Ooh.
flush floor slide system and how it's kind of constructed, and it ramps up and lays flat completely.
So nice.
Eliminated that in-floor heat vent, those confetti
Yep.
shooters, you get any sort of dirt and debris, they're shooting out, you're having a party.
This eliminated the toe catcher.
Yes. Even on the kitchen slide.
Yeah, that's where we
most
had
don't.
ours.
Yeah.
Well, most people don't realize that some of the most the fires that are caused
Yeah.
are in floor vents.
Yeah.
Is,
Yeah, because you
yeah.
can get things stuck in there
Yes.
and
Yeah.
heat it up.
One of the highest causes of
Dog
fire.
food, oh man,
Dog hair, dog.
it's gonna smell in there.
Yep.
Hair bows.
Yep. Man, anything.
So it's a complete underbelly
Yep.
cover.
Yep, fully completed underbelly. That will be fastened underneath. And
Yeah.
then we'll have an access point underneath so you can,
Oh, there's an access point.
Yeah.
yep.
Oh, nice hitch.
Then we've installed all of the pre-wiring. We have a wiring harness that's already assembled for anything through the floors and the sidewalls. And then we'll have one that goes through, once we get the walls up, that will go through our entire roof cavity as well. So prepping for the lights, ACs, different things of that nature.
How do you get the spare tire down?
Yep, so there's a little hole in the crank.
Right.
Oh, okay, that's what you know where that is. Yeah.
Right here. We give you a crank and then you would just release it.
All right, very good.
Oh, that's nice.
Like I mentioned, all of the water shut-off valves, so this is going to be at each major plumbing location. You could isolate any sort of issue. You don't have to shut down your entire water system.
That is fantastic. Very smart.
My biggest complaint, actually my only complaint,
Yeah.
is the size of the pantry.
size of the pantry. And the 390MP is the one that you're losing it the most, just because you're getting that bonus room, and it's kind of on that weird angle.
I understand.
But we try to do the best we can. You only have so much space, and you have to lose it somewhere.
You have other good storage spots.
Yep, and that's what we tried to do, is find innovative storage. If it's in the fireplace, those flip
Oh, I
up.
like that. Yeah.
The
I
shoe
like that.
storage.
Yeah.
You have the bedroom dresser storage. So all of these are laminated at our lamination center, and kind of how we do it different. This is all one solid piece. You'll see that all of the slide outs are already built out in our walls. They have 4 little cut points in each corner that we cut out. We mark it with its specific VIN number, and we're reusing it to build all of our slide boxes. They're already framed out.
It's already in there. It's already,
Yep.
So you actually cut them out.
So we cut them out and then reuse it in the backside. So you can see them, they're stacked up over there. But they're marked.
It'll come back in there.
And they will come back and they're actually running
Oh man, that's
the unit.
what a savings. That's great.
And then where we also wanted to change things was we saw another top warranty issue was delamination. The problem with typically how they're laminated is it's fiberglass skin, and then on the back they're laminated to Luan, which is wood.
Yeah.
But if you had any sort of water intrusion and it gets to that wood, it's going to wrinkle your entire slide out. You're going to rot and mold. The only way to fix that is to replace the entire wall, which can be pretty difficult, especially if you're out of warranty period. So what we want to do is connected to this fiberglass skin. This is the Asdel material. Asdel is waterproof, weather resistant, mold resistant. It's actually half the weight and double the insulation value. They've done a soak test where they soaked this material in water for a year. It didn't delaminate once. So it's more of a premium product. We're really thinking of the best ways to spend our money when we're building this product. And I think it's the important things like Asdel, enhanced running gear, the water shutoff valves, those things that truly matter when you're in that camping experience.
So this piece on the outside,
Right here.
right here.
Yep, the black material, you
Oh,
can
I
kind of
see.
see it connected to the fiberglass skin. That's Asdel.
That's
And what we've
Asdel.
done is we've actually started installing Asdel in the interior walls as well. Yep, so it's the exterior and then into the interior. So the Asdel will be laminated to a decor kind of wallpaper.
So in other words, this here would be Asdel on the
Yep.
inside right there.
Yep, so the inside is all Asdel. And you can see that decor board right there.
That's awesome.
Very smart though, because what you're trying to do is prevent things from having to have warranty.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. I think what we're doing is being problem preventers rather than problem solvers.
Proactive.
Being proactive.
That's
Being in
right.
front of it.
Some manufacturers
Being
switched. It wasn't
proactive,
you.
that's
You
awesome.
said they switched to Asdel, and they went from all kinds of delamination from to zero.
Yeah.
Zero.
Yep.
Perfect.
Yeah, I think it just makes more sense.
It does.
It's a premium product, but I think it's worth it in warranty dollars later on and hassle with our customers. So, yes, we switched to the interior walls as Asdel. That eliminates any formaldehyde. It's going to be
That
formaldehyde
is
free.
fantastic. Yeah, that's because a lot of people are really sensitive to
Sensitive,
formaldehyde
yeah.
and allergy problems and stuff like that.
Yep.
with
So that's definitely going
that.
to help with if anyone had any sort of breathing issues.
That's right.
To eliminate that. But we can take a peek back here. We'll check out the slide construction, then we'll make our way all the way through. Something to point out, this is where our first quality control checkpoint happens. So we're not going at the end of the production line when the unit's fully built out and then taping things off to fix it, because that makes it pretty difficult. So we want to do it from, once the walls get up, this is where the unit has enough structure to kind of go through and tape anything that doesn't meet our standard. So we're going to go and fix any small issues that are not to the Alliance quality. So they're getting taped off. Then next step, they're going to have a repair guy that actually goes and addresses those issues. So that tape doesn't get removed until it's fixed. And then there's going to be 5 more members from here to the end of the production line that are also doing that same job. They have checklists of how much is completed to what they need to check for codes and quality.
Wow, that's
And we'll
great.
also do system checks. So they're going to be filling up in this plumbing area. They'll fill up the water tanks and test all the connections once we have everything come together.
So the walls just connected at the bottom, and then later on at the ceiling level, nothing in between. Is that how it's done?
Yep, it's all fastened underneath, and then we'll construct our roof all together. This next step. It will be one piece. Our roofs are actually pre-built above us, so it's going to be one piece all the way across, 5.5-inch wood trusses. 16 inches off center, just like a home.
Now, you mean like the floor, the whole length that way is one piece?
Yep, so it's all constructed together.
The roof you're talking about? It's PVC too, right?
Yep. So it's
that's another new.
wooden trusses, and then we do the fiberglass insulation in between, that radiant foil barrier that we saw in the flooring, and then we'll sand down everything. We'll put latex, like a latex tape all the way across the seams and edges to prevent any sort of issues with water intrusion. Then we'll roll glue and adhesive across the roof and put the PVC roof material.
And what I understand is with PVC, if there is an issue where it gets ripped or torn, it's a lot easier to repair PVC than it's patchable.
Yeah, so with PVC, we'll actually be able to touch and feel that material. But it is patchable, so you see those common things on RV forums where someone runs an entire, their RV through a tree line, it scrapes that roof, they have to go and replace that entire roof.
That's right.
With PVC, you get a small cutout of that instant in the area, get PVC cement from your local hardware store and glue it right up.
Yep.
So repairability is really nice.
Put that white,
exactly.
big, thick Turnabond.
Turnabond, yep. Anything to connect to the roof material, and it'll fasten in.
That's a big deal.
And it's solar reflective, so it really keeps the sun out. It's the only Energy Star approved roof material on the market.
Oh wow.
Yeah, Costco, Sam's Club, a lot of big companies are actually using it on their roofs.
Okay.
So it's not a new material, but it's new to this industry.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and it's virtually maintenance free. It's not going to chalk. You don't have to go on your roof and put any sort of treatments or lotions on there.
Wow.
A lot of benefits with PVC, so it kind of goes in hand with everything that we're doing here.
Yeah.
And it actually has a lifetime warranty.
Oh, that's
so they just increased it to a lifetime warranty. Typically, any roof material is going to be 15 to 18 years.
Oh my gosh, that's fantastic.
So they truly believe in the product.
Yeah, that's great.
But we'll walk through here, check out the slides. So we have all of these small cutout pieces, and then we're constructing the entire
They were cut all the walls. Yep.
So we get that box built, and then over time, just depending on the slide, we're going to be adding the cabinetry, the refrigerator, the oven, the bed frame. So it looks like this one will be for the kitchen slide because it has 2 holes for an RV refrigerator to vent out. But this is marked properly for this VIN number. So this is 523. It's going to be that perfect fit. You're not going to have uneven matches. So these slides, they're fully laminated.
Yep.
They have the Asdel material. Up top, we're going to be using the fiberglass bat insulation again, then a PVC roof covering on top of that. You'll notice this is that flush floor slide system.
Oh yeah.
Where that piece goes over top and over the waist.
It's a walkable roof then to stand on and
Yep.
Really? Even on the slides?
Yeah, you just want to be careful.
Yeah.
you have to be out all the way.
Yeah, it's got to be out of the way.
You just really got to be careful.
I don't go up there, he does.
Then these are called the slide flippers. So these actually engage those seals when you're coming in and out. So
okay. Oh wow, no kidding. Never seen those before.
Yeah,
this is that latex tape that we put.
I was going to say like a seam tape. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, so these were actually, like I mentioned, will go parallel with the unit as it gets further down.
Yeah.
that's really cool.
I love that.
Everything kind of has a process, a method to the madness. There's a lot that goes into these, but when each person has that same role, if it's installing a ladder or installing the floors, they're going to get really good at that role and kind of perfect it. But I think, just having that same person do that same job, it just really, there's no questions to be asked of what they need to do.
I used to sell modular homes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Same thing built inside, same person in out.
Yep.
Just so you get consistency and everything, so it's great.
Yep. Yeah, because there's a lot that goes on with these. With the unit, you have 150 human hands touching. So things can happen. We're not going to claim to be perfect here, but we are trying to set better processes and procedures and better materials, and trying to do everything right. But when things do happen, we have your back, and we're going to make it right.
Right, that's the important part.
Yep. Because life's not perfect. Things do happen.
Always.
Exactly.
But we can go this way. We'll go back and kind of walk through from where the walls go up. You'll see a lot of electrical work, the roofing go in. This is a 385 FL floor plan. So this will have a full pull-out tray underneath. A lot of people put kayaks, bikes, fishing gear, whatever it may be, underneath. It's just additional storage.
Yeah, huge.
It's a front living floor plan. It's our newest Paradigm floor plan that we introduced.
And it's only two. It's only it's dual wheels instead of the
Yep.
instead of triple.
Yep. So all of the Paradigms will be a tandem axle.
Really?
Just two.
No kidding.
Yep.
Easier turning that way, I think,
Yep.
too. You know. Flex.
And once you get into the toy haulers, that's where you get into the triple axles. People are putting in toys. You need that additional carrying capacity for it. Yes, like I mentioned, from one step to the next, we can see the entire roof is installed. We already have everything prepped. Everything is routed out for our ACs, our lighting, our max air fans. They're coming in sections, but they're all fastened into one piece. Then having it be wood up top instead of aluminum or metal, it's better for insulation, and it's also better for just screw retention, making sure things are fastened together.
And flexibility.
Flexibility, yeah. Nope, that's a furnace. So the largest furnace in the industry. This is 42,000 BTUs. Most are using 35,000. And then also our 12-gallon gas electric water heater. Something else that we do a little bit different is we do 3 AC standard on our Paradigms and Valors. All 3 can run simultaneously together. They only draw about 30 amps when all 3 are running. So you have 20 remaining amps if you're at 50 amp service. Most RVs we're using a different type of air conditioner. You can only run 2. And that max point. So really gains that efficiency. It's going to cool you down if you're going in those hot climates. And then they're direct dump AC. So they're directly dumping instead of going through that ductwork, and by the time it drops, it's already hot and you're losing a lot of that cool air. These are going directly into your coach.
I say custom made from orders from somebody at an RV dealership saying this is
Yep.
what we want.
Yep, so I would
Half,
say probably 30%.
30%.
30% are built for retail orders.
Retail, okay.
Maybe even 40% just right now. What we do is with any retail orders, we move it to the top of our schedule once we get them in. We want to make sure that our customers are enjoying the units rather than sitting at a dealer's lot waiting.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's our first priority for parts as well. So if we have any remaining units that are in our yard, our production yard, waiting for parts, those retail units will get them first.
Nice.
And that's why we can get our units to our customers a little bit quicker. You see wait times right now of a year for some manufacturers. But we're really trying to prioritize our customers first. Yeah, so these next few steps is a lot of electrical work. Once we have the roof kind of set in, they're getting everything pre-wired. They'll drop those wires down, setting up the entire breaker box and converter box. And then once all of that is set, we're getting into more of that insulation, installing the ACs, that PVC roof material. So this is that PVC material.
Oh, wow.
We
That's
can
it?
actually touch and feel it.
Wow.
Oh, that's not
You
what
can
I
try
was, that's not what I was thinking at all.
to
That's
tear through that. You're gonna
That's
be
amazing.
sweating.
That's
The other one,
nice.
I could go like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
really.
I had a gentleman that came and he had a key and he was trying to puncture it. He's like sweating.
No
It took him like 10
way.
minutes. Yeah.
Think about that. They bury that stuff in the ground.
Yeah.
You know, PVC for piping. It lasts
Yeah.
forever.
It
you know?
lasts forever. It's just a sturdy material.
Yeah.
Scrap, right?
Yeah.
I
this
could
is-
take it.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Try cutting a piece
backpack?
off.
Another thing that we do that's pretty unique is we do the fiberglass insulation underneath the gooseneck area. A lot of other places this is missed. Attention to detail, those small things. If you got a residential style refrigerator, you'd get a 2,000 watt inverter. You would also get a 2,000 watt inverter if you got the solar package.
Oh, yeah.
So we'll have that for our refrigerator,
Do you have a residential style?
don't we? I think it's residential.
Residential?
Yeah.
Yep, they're both 18 cubic feet.
I love that refrigerator.
Yeah.
They have a new, I guess, something we hadn't heard. The 12 volt. The
Yeah.
12 volt.
Yeah, we're looking into doing that for the Avenue.
Yeah.
Yes, so we're looking to have
The 18 cubic foot, 12,
15.
15 cubic foot, 12
15
volt.
cubic foot, 12 volt.
Yeah.
By Norcold.
Right.
so
So you
we're-
don't need to be in shore power. You
It
can
would run
just
directly off your batteries.
off your batteries, which
Yep,
is really
and we'll
cool.
have a solar package as well to go in hand with
Yeah, I
that.
saw that.
That's awesome.
When you
Yeah, and we actually weren't planning to do that. We did a video. I don't know if you guys saw his Matt's RV reviews over the avenue. Yep. the jump. Yeah, he came here and reviewed the product, and we were getting overwhelmingly amount of comments on the 12-volt refrigerator for the avenue and solar, and that's what more and more people are asking for.
Yeah.
So our product manager actually took it home, and we took a lot of feedback from that. Just listened and are implementing it.
Right.
So that was after just one prototype, and we're able to kind of adapt and make those changes because that's what the customers are asking for.
Exactly.
We're not purchasing the product, so why not make those changes for
exactly.
the
You get
people
that
that want
many
it.
people asking, you gotta stand up and pay attention.
Yeah, so I think that was pretty cool that we're just paying attention on YouTube, Facebook, different ways, even our factory tours. You know, we mentioned a lot of things in our product development meetings on things we can address that we're seeing in service end, things we're seeing on Facebook or requests. You know, keep in mind that there's a lot of people that are trying to buy these, and we're trying to service the entire market, but if it makes sense for our company to do it, we're going to do it. If it's improving the product, one thing we made a change to was, you won't see it here yet, but it's the grab handle on the side of the coach. It used to be a small, short one. We continued getting feedback that you guys should elongate that.
Yes.
So we got the longer one installed that next week.
That's awesome.
Just little things.
The stairs are so much nicer.
Yeah, the solid step out lipper. Then you have that top wide step.
So much better.
Just truly continuing to listen. That's the best way to do it, and that's the best way to just continue improving your product.
Yep. It doesn't take to push this thing down.
Yeah, so you could start with 2 or 3, but then it's going to start getting heavier.
Yeah, right.
I'd say 5 or 6.
Yeah.
Once it gets rolling, it's pretty easy.
Whistles, it's time to move.
We have a big horn.
I thought.
Yeah, so it's about every 45 minutes to an hour. The unit will move.
Installation, thank you.
So everybody, it's like kind of a fire drill. Everybody shows up and helps.
Yep, everyone's like, all right, one went out the door. You hear the big horn, and then the people in this group will go and manually push this one. They'll have a guy run out here, sweep this entire area off. Then they're going to be pushing the next one, and from station to station.
Wild. That's wild.
Yep. It's really cool to see.
Yeah.
But it's a big team effort. You know, everyone kind of works together, and if one station's behind, they're going to make sure that everyone's caught up, so it doesn't slow the process down.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is the underlay underneath.
Oh, this is underlay.
Yep. Right under here in that gooseneck area. That will.
Oh, I'm up under, not underneath the whole unit. Just okay.
Yep, underneath.
Oh, underneath
the
here.
Yep. The upper deck. So that's installed. So this is that radiant foil barrier. It's very similar to the quarterback coats you see in the NFL. That's really keeping the that warm temperature in and reflecting the sun off. So it's better for the thermo insulation.
I get up on the roof and inspect mine every so often. Pretty much after every trip, I'm up there blowing it off. I take a blower and blow the roof off and then look at it and see if there's any cracks.
That's what we always recommend.
Is just a little tiny scrape got ours. Just a tiny scrape of when I took the vent off.
Exactly. And then you're in big trouble. You start getting water.
It's got a hole like that.
Wow.
It didn't go through to the inside, so I got tape over it. But
Oh boy.
Wow.
There's your cap lifter you're talking about.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, so it's a lot easier than what we saw.
No kidding.
Guys lifting it up into place. It's all on the suction cups that lift it up, and then they'll fasten it correctly in.
That is fantastic.
We saw it as it's a lot of stress on their body. These caps are pretty heavy, as well as these things can spider crack and go out and flare out.
Oh, fabulous.
It's just a lot of doing it this way. Yeah, I would say 80% of what you see is brought in. The remaining 20% would be the build. Yeah, so everything is done from a print pack. So it starts with a 150-page document of everything spec'd out to a T. Everything is supplied to those direct dimensions for each floor plan. And then we're just going through the assembly, and that's kind of how that prototype works.
They're waiting to go in.
Yeah, so it's actually a unique process. Once we have all the slides complete, this is that last step. All they need to do is it actually gets lifted up by a forklift. They'll connect all the 12-volt motors into the coach, shimmy it up, and then fasten it right into those guide rails. So you can have all of the slide outs in 10 minutes.
Is Schwintek made by Lippert? Lippert?
Yes.
Yeah, it's Lippert. Yeah, Schwintek.
Maybe for
Schwintek
lease.
slides on the smaller slides, which in my opinion is okay. That's a huge trunk.
They're slider windows, so you can fully open them. Yeah, they're not going to be the typical frameless windows that you only get 3 to 4 inches of play. We were looking for the functionality of it.
And I love your blackout blinds, you just
Yep.
pull them down.
Yep.
So easy.
Yeah, and that's what we saw. We eliminated those overhead cabinetries, especially in that 390, where you're getting those super tall atrium style windows. That's your campsite. That's the beauty of camping. You want to see the outdoors. So I think we've done a great job between the two-tone cabinetry and just the large window space, just to kind of open up the camper.
So, 4 burner.
4-burner residential stove.
That's real nice. Still the refrigerator's fit.
Yep. So it's glamping. It truly is.
It is glamping, you're right.
Each Paradigm Avenue will also have the 2-inch receiver hitch that's rated for 3,000 pounds for towing
Even the Avenue, really?
and 300-pound hitch weight.
Wow.
We also do backup camera prep. That little black plug, you can remove that and put in any backup camera that you choose to do so.
Okay.
We do slide topper prep, so each slide will actually have the mounting brackets ready to install.
They do.
This case,
That's an add-on.
yep. So in this case, they're actually installing the slide toppers here. So that's a little bit different. That's the actual.
Is that on the units that it doesn't come with? Then?
No, we have a little bit less than that on it. So those are the actual.
I know those are the actual brackets for that.
But we already have a few of the pieces already there for the slide.
It looks like maybe on this slide here, those black pieces.
That's what it is.
That's what it is. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
On the typical unit.
So that's good.
Now, am I crazy or are these actually slanted?
Yep. So they're slanted because of the flush floor slide system. That's kind of how it works engineering wise. It's meant to do that.
So to bring the bottom in.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. That's how they're supposed to stand with the flush floor slides.
Nice. Actually makes sense.
Yep.
Actually.
Yep. On that angle, it will come completely
that
flush.
makes sense.
These last few steps, this is called final finish. We're installing all of the furniture, TVs, beds, cabinetry. Anything you don't want production materials around, we'll be installing them now. It's becoming more and more of a finished unit. We can see it. We can walk through this 385 up here if you want to take pictures of it.
Oh, there you go.
There you go. The 385.
Yeah.
Here, I'll show you guys one more thing here. So underneath all of our cabinetry, we're properly reinforcing them.
Nice.
That's really good.
They're all reinforced.
Wow.
So they're rated to hold 90 pounds. I know you guys carry your gold bars and your dumbbells, so
Yeah.
Who told you that?
just feedback. We're listening.
Facebook, right?
Right?
Yeah.
But that was actually a production member's idea.
That was a smart one.
That's great.
Yeah, so they tried to implement that at a different workplace and they didn't want to do it. But they asked us if we could do it here and we took them up on it. I think
And
it's a smart idea. And it's scrap material to us at the end of the day.
Looking for the avenue. Let him plug it in.
All right, well, we can choose between 2 of them.
All right. Look at this.
Let me check here.
All right, thanks. Let's check to see which one is a little bit more completed. Oh, I love it. I love that.
Oh, is this what he wanted?
It's this one.
This one here?
Yep, this one.
All right.
This is Proto 2.
Nice. Prototype 2.
This is the first. We made some changes.
This is the first, and then this is the second prototype.
So this first one was all of the sand type wood.
Yep.
throughout. This one will be two-tone with white and the sandwood.
Okay, so this is going to be what you be getting.
Yes, so this
When you
is
order.
what we're moving forward with.
Okay, perfect.
Let's see if I got it. That cord might need to be adjusted a little bit.
Okay.
It's on. That's on.
Yeah.
Sorry, these cords can be finicky.
We were just talking and we saw the lights going out.
Right? Man, you're
Oh
making it
man,
work.
honey, wait till you see this.
We'll move this one.
Look at that.
Yeah, so we just had these at a photo shoot
Oh, nice.
yesterday, so we just brought it back. It was on a lake.
Wow.
On the lake.
On the lake.
Nice. I love it. There it is, just like that. Exactly the same.
We'll move this
Oh,
one.
that's the bedroom.
Oh, the bedroom.
We have a lot of space on that backside
Yep.
between the other avenue.
Oh, yes, there's a ton of space.
Ton of space.
Ton of space, yep.
Okay.
Yep, you're good.
Cool. I didn't know how close they parked them.
Yep.
I think we're good.
Yeah, you're good.
Cool. Then we'll move this one out.
Oh, so this slide goes out.
Yep.
Oh, it's going out. It not only does it go out, it's going out.
It's going out right now.
As we speak.
Oh, wow.
You want midnight?
Oh, I love the colors.
I love the colors too.
Wow.
And I like the
Look
big
at-
seat for storage.
Yeah. Look
Yeah,
at
so
the
this
look at the
will be,
windows.
Nice storage on it
Love
with the
the
cushion.
windows.
Oh my
Love
gosh.
windows.
So this is same slide box as a Paradigm. 310.
No kidding.
Yeah, and a
Wow.
mid-profile fifth wheel, which is pretty impressive.
That is impressive.
We are lighter than any of our competitors at this exact floor plan.
Yep.
We're shorter and we're wider. So we're kind of beating them in all three categories.
Okay.
But I think we did a little bit different with the interior look.
Yeah.
We're hearing light and bright, changed it up. I think it's a unique look.
Oh yeah, I do want to check the
same
shower.
features.
Aim, take the camera.
Oh, those are nice and deep.
Just keep it's running.
Is there one
Okay.
ramp who goes
Let's check out the shower.
You want me? Oh yeah, go check out the shower. See that room.
That signs off from the quality.
Yeah, pretty close.
I'm way up there. Oh yeah.
One guy, yeah.
You good?
I'm barely.
But it's just like the just like the other one.
My head. I got shoes on. And
Yeah, you got
about an
big
inch.
shoes
I
on.
got about an inch. So, yeah. And it's a slide here. Yeah. No,
I'm gonna
it's,
take that off.
it's doable. Let's go check out the bedroom area. See
And the barn doors.
see what hot and ceiling height is in here for me. Yeah. This is good. It just has to come down here a little
Yeah,
bit.
you'll just have to watch it getting in and out of the closet.
We're in there.
Bottom. It's probably attached or something.
Attached, yeah.
There you go. I'm probably not getting it because I'm not paying any attention. You should be fine.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, the only
definitely.
thing you might have to do is just bend down or something.
So check out the sides here. You get your USB ports. USB ports and outlet, two of them.
This is the
USB port and outlet.
washer if we want it. We could right here. The washer hookup. So we take this out. We put in the washer dryer combo right there.
Right there.
Yep. And then here I would add another shelf. Right here we can put our baskets.
Yep, you can do that.
Here. We don't need that much hanging. And we can. Okay, cool.
And the barn doors.
Look at the mirrors, babe.
Yep, they're nice.
Let's see under here.
Let's go under. Wow. Huge under there.
They don't have the hydraulics on it yet.
Not yet.
That's
Yeah,
nice.
still got some stuff to finish on it, but this is a prototype, so
Is this a queen then?
I think it's a king. I think that's a king.
How are we?
Yeah, it looks like a king to me. It goes right to the side. I'm okay with that, actually. But that's a king. I could get out of here. I could get in and out of there.
Yeah. And look, USB ports.
I know,
and
USB
on
ports
both
and
sides.
plugs on both sides, yes.
So it just needs that one. It needs a few little things.
Are
Yeah.
you putting a washer and dryer in there?
Yeah, we're gonna
Yeah.
do one of the combos. Indeed, we have a friend who has one, and she says it works just fine.
Really?
One here. One,
You're getting scientific
two,
here.
3, 4, 5, 6. It's like 6 feet.
Yeah,
So it's a king,
the king. Okay.
pretty much. Yeah.
Well, your feet are not a foot long.
No, but they're close.
Yeah?
Brochures and different things, so that'd be helpful. Yeah, I can get those for you.
Yeah, this is fantastic.
What do you think?
Oh, we love it.
Love it?
Love the colors.
Perfect.
Just love the layout,
Yeah.
the height. I kind of barely fit into the shower, about an inch with my shoes on left.
tall are you?
I'm 6'3.5".
6'3.5".
Yeah.
Yep. So this is a prototype. This is only 80%
so there's-
complete.
Right.
So the flooring?
Well, see, there,
Yep.
something's,
Yeah, so something was wrong with the flooring, so we just cut it out. These can easily be patched. So if you had any sort of issues with your flooring, we have a large network of companies nationwide.
happening my shoe.
They do, yeah, along the lines and patch it. Pretty easy.
Dave,
Yes,
Amy,
yeah, so we use 3/8 decking.
come down here.
5.5-inch wood truss.
Do a walk around through here. Through all the cabinets and stuff.
All right.
Same.
I know it's hot, but
It is
how do
fine.
you do this?
Yes. Yep.
Oh, look at the sconces.
Oh yeah.
I like those.
Green grade kind of
And this is gonna, oh my gosh, that's great storage
wow,
for like
huge storage.
blankets and things like that for next to that. That's a lot of storage there, so.
And you can't help it.
So this is,
Okay, so
look how big the cabinets are.
wow, huge space
Yeah.
up there.
Definitely huge space
Did you guys see
there.
the storage behind the TV?
No,
Not yet.
no. Oh wow.
So this pops out.
Oh man,
So you're
no
getting
kidding.
4 different sections.
That's what
The
happens.
storage
Like
ottoman
that.
flips up for additional storage.
Wow.
Deep cabinetry.
I like this.
Yeah, these light up when
That is so
you flip
cool.
these on.
Put little knickknacks up there. Oh, no kidding.
So is this one gonna be frosted as well?
Yes.
Okay.
oh
So
wow.
we're just seeing kind of what made
Seeing what
the most
looks better.
sense. What
The
looks the
frosted.
best.
I think the frosted definitely looks the
These
best.
will also be frosted. We're actually
Frosted.
making a change with this entire fireplace
Yep.
and how it's laid out. So what we're gonna do is move this speaker unit down.
Okay.
Put these 2 speakers right here.
the side.
Shrink the reveal for the fireplace.
Okay.
And do a different tiling. It's gonna be 2x10, so a little bit smaller and wider.
Oh, nice.
All right.
Rather than this look. So it'll be a little bit different.
I had originally saw it looked like they were going to put something behind the fireplace. Or
We do that for our paradigm.
Oh, do that for the paradigm.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
so
so we
that's.
have a storage pull out, but we all opted to do it behind the TV for
I
this
like
line.
that.
So you just pull, and you can move it either way.
Yep.
Yeah.
That makes it easier for any HDMI cords or even TV viewing.
Yeah,
That
so you
is
can get to
fantastic
it.
storage behind that.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be used. It's not even out all the way. I didn't want to pull it out all the way.
No.
Yeah.
Still has those large tank sizes, 98 gallons, 53
I was
Really?
excited
and
about
106
that.
gray.
No kidding.
Properly reinforced.
Wow.
Yep, 2 AC standard. Most do 1 at this
You
price
get like
point.
3 full cabinets up here too.
Yeah, 3 full cabinets.
Wow, that's
I love it. They got USBs down here
USBs throughout.
and here.
So, one thing that drove me crazy by our
See, this is
bed.
where I was talking about having that little thing that
put a
flips
small
up.
pop
Yeah.
up, and we can put
Right here.
stools. because-
See how reinforced you get reinforcement here? Looks like reinforced
Yep.
and reinforced. And I think
Because we're gonna
if we do it right,
pull this out,
Yep.
we can have that flip right up like that.
and
And we'll take this out and put a desk right there.
We're gonna put a
Those
desk.
can easily be removed. We're not fastening it to the floor, so.
Oh my gosh. I love,
That I'll
love.
probably keep just for.
Yeah, for feet.
Yeah, I said I'd keep the ottoman so the people over here could have it
Exactly.
on. That's
The
exactly what I was
windows in
thinking.
this thing are amazing. Like, look at this. Look how much you can
But
see.
yeah, whenever I saw the
incredible.
pictures, I was like, oh my gosh.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh,
this-
we are super excited, and we're getting a lot of interest.
Oh,
from the
yeah.
product line, and it seems to be pretty popular.
Or is it just a
I
regular?
think we're in between a few pin boxes on what we're trying to
We're not
select.
sure
Right
yet.
now, it's the Rhino box.
Okay.
Made
That
over.
would be, I mean, a solid one that doesn't do much would be
Yep.
perfect because
Yep.
for what I need, it'd be Otherwise, I have to lock it out and all that kind of
Right.
stuff. So,
Yeah.
but interesting.
Heavy
Really?
duty.
It's not lightweight.
This
is
fabric actually has
fantastic.
a 5-year fabric warranty on it.
Wow.
It's
Okay.
a Kensington collection.
But I was picking it because a lot of times you pick these up.
Yeah, that
Lots
is,
of cushion. They're
Lightweight,
actually
you
pretty
can
comfy.
just
that is a nice fabric. You
Yeah.
can tell.
So I wanted to see what it
Oh, you
looked
want
like.
to pull that out?
Of course I did. But the grandkids will be sleeping here, and my parents are going to probably.
Yeah. This is awesome.
But I can't believe how
It's this actually.
So then this pops up this way. That's
Oh
what I got.
And the
man.
legs
And then-
will fold out.
Fold out. Yeah.
And then this will flip down.
Oh, that's perfect.
Oh, that's why. Yeah.
Nice.
That is nice. That looks really comfortable, actually.
It's queen size.
That's
Yeah.
what I was gonna say. It's queen.
Yep.
So the bed is king size.
It's
then.
king size bed.
Yes.
I think we may go with king size.
Yeah.
We were worried about the space in between. He's like, I can
Yes,
shuffle.
that's
Yeah,
a
next to
king
the
bed.
wall. I was
Yeah.
worried about when I get out if there's enough
Yeah.
room to walk out.
Plenty of space.
And there's
There
plenty.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, because we were thinking,
Wow.
oh, we'll just go with the queen because there probably won't be enough room. Because a
Yeah.
lot of times when you put that king
Oh, I
in,
know.
you're like,
It's squished in there.
yeah.
Really down a lot of room. Easy.
So the pantry's here. Nice, nice pantry.
Nice.
Pretty easy.
Oh yeah, it is very easy. But I was just surprised on how weighty these cushions are.
I know.
And
Heavy
you
duty.
can just feel the quality of the wood that they're using in the cabinets and stuff. You just feel the thickness and the weight. It's just really nice.
Well, we appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, we figured with just having a desk area here, we got
Yeah.
plenty of room to walk around, use
Definitely.
stools.
And you also can have a nice view from the desk.
Yeah, that's gonna be his desk area.
Yeah.
It looks like a drawer under there.
Wow.
Possibly.
Yeah, drawer going
Yes.
under there.
Drawer underneath. We'll also have one up top.
Up there, yep.
Another additional like pots and pans drawer underneath the oven.
Well, this is already better
Oh, right
than what we
here.
have.
Slow close too.
Oh yeah.
They're all slow close.
Look at that, babe.
That's beautiful. It's like a,
It's not
like a
like
regular
this
oven.
high.
Like a regular oven, you can cook in that
I
one.
had to buy
Cook
one
more
of those.
pizza rolls.
It's not the Easy
New
Bake
Wave
oven that we
Bravo.
have.
Right?
Yeah, that's what we had. I had to buy a New Wave Bravo just to cook.
Oh man.
Yeah, I'm not kidding, because it was just.
Cool shades, huh? So
You like them? You like them?
wow, that's deep too. Deeper than
That's
I thought.
good. That's awesome.
Can you
Plenty of
open those
storage
up?
space.
I did. Yeah, I did that. Can you open the top ones too?
Well, I might have to stand.
No,
on
no, no.
something.
No, this one right here.
This one?
These here. Oh wow, yeah.
Yeah.
Lots of space.
Awesome.
Man.
All right, we should go see the Valor so that they can
Cool.
Yep.
see. This is awesome.
I'm glad you guys like it.
Yes, we love it.
We're super excited to get this out.
Oh, I like the first step. That's big too. That's
The
cool.
extra wide one.
The extra
Yep,
wide
extra
step.
Wide step.
Oh,
Is this gonna come with this one?
It is.
All right, so we'd have to replace it.
Yep.
yeah. That's fine.
Not too expensive.
No, but when I have my parents or whatever, it's just.
Yeah.
Well, how much? This will be partly blocked
Yeah,
off.
that's blocked off some of it, but yeah. I mean,
Should be big.
Not bad.
Enough. It's not any smaller than what we had.
no. Let's go on the other side and look.
We kind of went with a different look in the exterior. It's more monochromatic, matches with a lot of trucks.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, well, it matches Hank. That's our truck.
Yeah.
This one already gets scratched.
Yeah.
And
This isn't completely finished. We'll once it's yeah, just scratch or that. Yep. Yep.
So you're gonna have that all in one system.
one system, all your black tank, gray tanks.
That's pretty big in there.
It's nice.
That's bigger than what we had.
Yeah, it's bigger than what we have for sure. Gives me the idea of the height of it when you're standing there next to it. It's pretty good size.
I think he said 12.3, but that might be without the air conditioning.
All right, everybody, so I really hope you enjoyed that. Share that with your friends. Subscribe to our channel to see any other videos that are coming up. Hit the little bell below.
Give us thumbs up.
Thumbs up, and yeah, like I said, subscribe, and we'll hope to, I don't even know what I'm gonna say.
We are really working on getting things out quicker, but we've been very busy. So thank you for your patience, and we'll see you next time.
All right, we'll see ya. Jesus, yeah. All right.
Trip.
I had to get bird poop off your chair.
Oh,
Yeah, that was not.
that's why you gave it to me, huh?
I cleaned it though. I washed it. No, that's not why I gave it to you. Then we'll have to switch chairs. Oh gosh. Unbelievable.
You just wanted me to have the chair with the bird poop on it. I know you.
How are we doing? Testing, testing, 1, 2.
I think we're doing good.
All right. So what are we gonna say here? Our normal thing. And
Go ahead, just start.
we got some exciting new. We got something really exciting for you in this video. Okay.